All right, Brad Holmes said that it was Jahmyr Gibbs over Bijan Robinson for them. Let's talk about that. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop video. So yeah, he said it was Bijan Robinson. It was, they preferred Jahmyr Gibbs over Bijan Robinson for them. He says that Bijan Robinson is a workhorse type running back, but they, pretty much. And I got it in my shorts, so check out my YouTube shorts and check me out on TikTok. It's on there as well, 2 Mercedes Talk 313. And he says that Bijan Robinson was the better fit. Jahmyr Gibbs was the better fit, and there was a rumor going out there that the Lions were comfortably, if they couldn't find a right partner to move down with, they was comfortable in taking Jahmyr Gibbs at number 6. He was the best guy on their board. Now, remember I told y'all that anonymous GM said there was only 15 guys that he had first round grades on in this draft. So yeah, that's what anonymous GM said. He was only 15 guys he had with first round grades. So some people said they reached for Jahmyr Gibbs, they could have got him at 18. And at the end of the day, bro, mock drafts are mock drafts. You know what I'm saying? And apparently their board was different and they had him higher now. And that would have been a real debate. And it's going to be a debate for Atlanta. It's going to be comparing Bijan to Jahmyr Gibbs. So I think, Bijan Robinson, he can, run routes and he can run vertical routes just as Jahmyr Gibbs can run those routes. Now, maybe they prefer Jahmyr Gibbs' explosiveness. Maybe they like Jahmyr Gibbs, being able to do some things in the kick return game. Maybe with Bijan Robinson, they felt that with David Montgomery was a workhorse back, and Bijan Robinson being the workhorse back, that it wasn't going to work because somebody needs to get into a rhythm and get the lion's share of the carries. And with Jahmyr Gibbs, maybe they felt like, he better fit to kind of be that scat back or that slot receiver back, which Bijan Robinson can do some of those things too. But I just think maybe they feel like Jahmyr Gibbs is a better fit to complement David Montgomery than Bijan Robinson, and having 2 guys that need the ball handed off to them, 20 times a game to find a rhythm. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know if I'm kind of making a lot of sense here or it's clear, but when a workhorse running back, what it is a guy that you're going to get a ball to about 20 times, 25 times a game handed off to, and they get stronger as the game go on, and they wear the defense out, and then they start popping big runs. They got to get in a rhythm. You know what I'm saying? And maybe he felt like splitting the carries between David Montgomery, he wasn't gonna get the best out of Bijan Robinson or get the best out of David Montgomery. Whereas with Jahmyr Gibbs, you can hand it off to him, 5 to 10 times a game, and then also find him 5 to 10 other touches in the game, and he'll be just fine because him and Bijan do a lot of the same things. But I think maybe they prefer Jahmyr Gibbs' explosiveness. Maybe they prefer Jahmyr Gibbs being able to be a better complementary to David Montgomery than be more competition to him. Like Bijan Robinson, it would have been competition. You probably wouldn't have got the best out of David Montgomery or Bijan Robinson because once one get in the rhythm, you got to keep handling the ball. And then from week to week, even though people say, well, it'd have kept them fresh. But them type of running backs, you hand the ball off, they get better and better and better and better to the game, and then you just with Montgomery or whoever got the high hand, it's like Bijan Robinson, it's like the other one is a non-factor. With Jahmyr Gibbs, you can sprinkle him a little bit, you could just sprinkle him in there and he's just fine. He don't need 20 carries, and he probably won't ever get 20 carries unless he's hot to find his rhythm. He can find his rhythm, scat back and third down, in the slot, here, there, in the third. So I think they felt like he was a better complementary fit than Jahmyr Gibbs. Now, history of Bijan Robinson go out there and rush for 1 billion yards and shit, he clearly better than him, or a running back that went behind Jahmyr Gibbs is clearly better than. It's going to be a comparison because you see people say, well, they could have got the kid from Texas A&M to do the same thing. Well, it's not the same. If Jahmyr Gibbs was universally the second running back on the board, obviously it wasn't the same. So the key, people say, well, the running backs, they listen to the media, but the running backs then got more people paid than receivers have. And they said they don't view him as a running back. They review him as you know, kind of a receiver too. So they're going to do some things in the receiving game to get on the ball. But, you know, they could have took Bijan at 6 if they really wanted to. Atlanta had him high, you know. And the thing about Atlanta, they got a few running backs as well that he going to be in the rotation with or have to compete with. Cordell Patterson, which, you know, he's a receiver running back type guy, but they been using him as a running back. And then they got another dude over there, light-skinned guy over there that, you know what I'm saying? I forget his name. I think his last name started with an A. So, but I think they just prefer. I think they just, you know, they prefer the complementary fit next to David Montgomery. And I just think they just thought it was going to be a better fit than I think Bijan. I think Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs was going to be. Is complementary. They complement each other. Where I think Bijan Robinson and David Montgomery, you know, truly being to who they are, I think it would have been more competition. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to give, you know, Robinson 20, you probably want to give him 20, 15 to 20 touches a game, you know, handoffs a game, and then rather 10, 15, you know, catches a game. And what I think with David Montgomery is you're going to probably get him about 15, 20 carries a game. He might get 3 targets a game, if that, and he can catch the ball in the backfield too. But I think you might see Jahmyr Gibbs, you might see him, you know, anywhere from 5 to 10 carries a game, but you probably gonna see anywhere from 5 to 10 targets a game. So he can stop and start. He ain't got to get into that workhorse rhythm. You know what I'm saying? And Montgomery gonna soften the defense up so then he can get in there and hit it home. So. But yeah, I think they complement each other a lot better. And I think kind of Bijan and David Montgomery kind of from a running back standpoint, you know, they both need those rhythm carries. So I kind of got what he was saying, but you know, people, if Bijan take off and be that guy and be one of the best backs in the league, you know, people gonna start looking at him funny. Oh, they could have stayed at 6 and got him. I mean, the same thing with Jalen Carter. The same thing with a number of these guys, man. So obviously in hindsight, everybody gonna compare. I think Derrick Henry won 1 pick after we took A'Shawn Robinson or before. Somebody sandwiched him in. I think it might have been Derrick Henry and AJ Brown or somebody. This motherfucker here early. That's one thing about truck drivers. These motherfuckers be here like mad early, bro. They don't want to park my damn, blocking my parking spot and shit. Yeah, move the fuck out the way. You probably at the wrong place anyway. Shit. But yeah, man, that is what it is. But yeah, man, we'll see. But yeah, you know, they prefer Gibbs over Bijan. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live, word drop video, financially want to support the channel. Cash App, $, CJ Good 313, Venmo, CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree, find me on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Don't forget me on TikTok. That link in the description, Motor City Talk 313. Just hit the link tree. I'm in, it's in the link tree, but peace.